Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourself and having a positive start to the week wherever you are in the world. Not long until the weekend is here. Clan vs Clan is on. Hopefully you've won Clan vs Clan and claimed your relics and hopefully had good summonings on the relics as well. We're on Fabian's account today and we're going to be taking a look at the champion that everyone is a bit worried about right now and probably the most OP dungeon in the game. We're actually going to do a playtest with her today across the account and see what she can actually do. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm not going to try and pronounce the name because I'm a dyslexia. So I do apologize in the advance for this. But we have got access to her and we want to build her up today to see what value that she can bring to a P versus P, mainly P versus P. We haven't got Chimera open today, so we won't be looking at P versus E today's video because Chimera is closed. I do think she might have some potential in P versus E content as well, and I will talk about that in a second. Why? Let's go through all the kit then, and let's see what is what, and we'll go through the kit. If you want to go ahead and skip to the arena showcase, you can as well. I will also be showing how to build her throughout this. So she will attack all enemies, heals all allies. The value of the heal is proportional to this champion's attack. So it means about a certain amount of attack and it will heal to a certain portion. She'll remove all buffs from all enemies. Place the increased attack and shield on all enemies for 2 turns. Then places the value of the shield portion of this champion's attack. So she's really screaming attack quite early on, even in the support stage. Then we have a A3 as well, which will place a taunt buff, the new buff as well, which I can't pronounce. Basically, I think it's like a reducing ignore defense or something like that, and also places an unkillable buff on all allies except for this champion for 2 turns. Pretty strong. Then we have that, and then we have a passive as well. Receives 50% less damage with each ally alive, and then instant transform as champion whenever she is the last standing ally is killed. So basically, if everyone's killed, she will automatically transform, just like a Nice or a Siegfried in that aspect. So let's have a look at Form 2. She'll go from a support to attack, but you can see even at the support stage is kind of screaming out attack as well. So we'll start with A1 to attack one enemy 3 times. If this attack kills an enemy, deals pure damage to others enemies as well. If the other enemies are not bosses or minions, the pure amount of damage is 30% of the attended max HP. If the other enemies are bosses or minions, then the pure damage will deal 10% to the max HP instead. This attack cannot be critical. So this is what I'm kind of thinking could be a interesting ability for Chimera, because it is an enemy max HP and it can be booked for 1 damage as well. So it's kind of an interesting ability. Needs to be tested. I don't think it will really do much, but basically maybe a 6-star Christian Rem or something like that. It's quite useful. There is unkillable in the kit already, which was really quite useful for the Ram form as well, which is quite good as well. So I think there is some potential here as like potentially support slash unkillable there, but only if you like super early game or something like that as well. Then to attack all enemies before attacking, steals all buffs from all enemies. The targets with a lower attack than its champion cannot resist this effect, so it doesn't need accuracy. Also places a weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Attacks of those is equivalent to or lower than its champion cannot resist this effect. Then she'll place a ruthless, and then we have ruthless agent. Will place a 50% shatter buff and a 30% critical rate buff on its champion for 3 turns. Then places a true fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. The target those equivalent to or the lowest, then its champion cannot be resisted. So pretty strong overall. And then we have a passive, deals 50% more damage for each dead ally. Each critical hit boosts its champion's turn meter by 10% for 10% for each dead ally. So a really strong kit overall, strong stats, good speed for damage dealer. Behind my head we have reasonable attack as well. So a really lot going on. You can see that they basically don't need accuracy into the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and get the optimizer ready, and then I'm going to show you how to build this champion. So we're going to go ahead and get this all ready, and then we'll go into arena and play tester. Alright guys, so unfortunately the optimizer is not working because there was an update in Raid today, so I'm not being able to kind of make this work the way I wanted to. So I wanted obviously to go through the builds and everything. Got builds are out already. Bear in mind it's got no blessing, there isn't really any oil on any of the gear or anything like that, so just kind of want to show what she can do just in raw damage stats. So there's a lot missing. So we're going to go double to meter boost, we're going to go Empress, strip stone skin, and then we're going to come in with her. She's got great abilities on both forms. So she does increase her critical rate by 30 as well, which is quite useful. And do what we can do on this side, right? So we're going to come in and increase speed with our bias. We're going to come in here as well. Actually, there isn't no stone skin or anything like that, so I guess we just buff, and then we will see what she can do. Unfortunately, we did kill herself. Empress did, Sigfrid did kill herself. I don't know why he killed herself, but whatever ones. So we don't need increased accuracy for whatever ability. I want to have a look at her second form and see what she can do. So let's have a look. She comes in with this ability. Obviously, we get a critical rate buff on her. It'd be really important to get the critical rate on her because we obviously want to increase her damage and make sure she crit caps. And then we have the increase shatter bones as well, which ignores the ignore defense. Then we're going to come in with A2. Obviously, we took off a load of stuff already on them. And we get about 77 million to 130 there. So again, let's go ahead and take on this Empress because Empress is normally built pretty well. Don't know why I've got our bias in the lead over Arbiter, but you know, hey ho, it's one of them ones. We're kind of winging it, I guess, with that ability. So we will see what we can do here. Right, pinpoint Arbiter, that's interesting. So obviously we're going to come in with this and this. There is no reason for me to do anything here, so just go like that, remove the stone skin. I'm not just quite fast enough to kind of get it to cut in, which is interesting. People are dying to the magma shield, okay. So we'll come in with this. And then I guess we could come in with these abilities. I guess we could try this out in like a go second strat in a bit. Let's see what she can do there. I don't think she's a go first champion, if I'm being honest. I think she's more of a go second. So I don't feel like this is a starter team that I would probably use her in. But I think it's kind of cool to kind of see what she can do. So obviously we have a broken champion here. So we'll see what we can do here. We get sheeped on him, which is pretty standard, and then Empress counterattacks and kills him. Alright then, so this is the go second team. We're going to try and run her in this. So we are quite a tanky go second team. There's obviously a lot going on here. If everyone dies in the team, then she will flip on her own accords, and then we'll be able to do some nukes. So I'm kind of curious on what we can do with her. So obviously they're going to go first. We're going to face Marius, and you can see there wasn't really too much going on, so we are struggling to kind of keep her alive. So she really does need stone skin to kind of make it work, unfortunately. So Sigfrid's going to come through. He's going to offer us a bit of protection against this. Obviously Nice will come in with this as well, and then we'll see what we can do with here. So we've got a weak hit there. I didn't see the stone skin. Sorry, not the stone skin, the enfeeble. And we're getting lapped pretty badly, honestly, which is kind of interesting. And she's not offering anything in go second teams either, so I'm not too sure if this is like a good way of using her or anything like that. I'm a little bit disappointed. You can kind of see, like with Nice and Sigfrid when they was released into the game, that you know, even that we didn't understand how to use the champions correctly, and obviously it does take practice over time, that we could see some potential with these champions. I know a lot of people said that Nice was quite bad when he was released. To be honest, I saw the potential in Nice, right? And I didn't like the look of when Nice was released into this game. And you can just see here, like, and how much survivability it has inside his kit, even without Stone Skin, because it was in the 4-piece Ferald, that we stayed alive with the Nice. And obviously, Nice is a HP champion. It's a little bit unfair to compare them, but when you have 3 of the champions with the same kind of passives, it's just one of them ones. So I don't feel like there's much that she can do in go second teams, and I don't feel like there is much that she can do in go first teams as well. I feel like if you're going to build her, you're going to need to build her fast, and then potentially you can use her against Stone Skin as a Stone Skin strip / nuker, and I think that's going to be her main spot overall. But you will need extremely high level blessing to kind of make that work, right? Again, no disrespect to this player. I've never seen him in high ends of live arena. I've never met him. I'll drive on 4 accounts, so I don't feel like this is like a crazy in-game team. That it's just, she just feels underwhelming overall. So if we have a look at this champions thing, he's in gold. He's in gold for live arena. I've never faced him. However, it is a interesting overall. So yeah, kind of a little bit disappointed with her at the moment from what I'm seeing. Maybe we just built her wrong overall, but we're on a low level plat. So let's try her against like these go second teams, see what she can do here. So we're gonna try not to bring Emrys in, because Emrys is just doing too much damage, right? And Emrys is just a nutty damage dealer overall. So, you know, if we go second team, I wanted to test her there. I don't feel like she offered me much unless we have Stone Skin. We are missing Stone Skin on the account. I haven't got Stone Skin ring for attack or for banner, so there wasn't much I can really do from there. You can see that the HP is quite fairly low as well for a support champion. So because you need to build so much attack onto her for these non-resistible bluffs, that is kind of just a bit underwhelming. So he's overrun us a little bit, but that's fine. This is one good thing, that she's good against lockouts, like pretty much most mythicals. She should have the highest attack over everyone. But again, you can see here, like Empress, she has a 50-50% chance to remove on the Stone Skin. And again, not pretty much there. So I think there is some work that needs to be done on the build, potentially. But also, like, with the standard gear with no blessing and etc., I think she's just a pretty average nuke. And I think Empress I would rather use at the moment from what I'm seeing. Obviously, this is not a great team anyway, because he's just gone in with support, but it's kind of one of them ones. Again, doesn't remove any of the debuffs, anything like that. Kind of a little bit messy and sloppy overall. So there's not much we can really do there. Okay, so let's see if we can kind of use her against other speed teams. So Catrixia wasn't speed tuned for whatever reason. This is Fabian's account, so I don't know his account too well, like I know my account, right? So we will try to compare again these two. So let's go increase speed with the Arbiter. Obviously we're going up against a Now, so that's going to be interesting as well, depending on how the Now is built. Let's see if she can offer some damage. Potentially you can maybe use the champion to be like a counter to Now, but she would need that. So again, you can put in killable to support there, but Now can remove debuffs, which again is quite useful. So she'll go ahead and do this. This is a very weak team. You can see it's kind of weak, because we're actually not taking that much damage from the poisons like we should do. I've done a showcase on Now before. So yeah, it's kind of one of them ones coming through. Now, I wouldn't say that the gear that we put on her is the best. She's a little bit slow, but I wanted to kind of see how this passive would interact, and that's why we built a slow overall. So that's another thing as well. Again, not really much going on. Let's see the damage potential. Oh dear, she went straight into an A2, didn't even do the A3. Okay, so again, let's go into his team. Let's see the damage potential on his champion. And we'll see what has what. Again, we have Stone Skin. Sorry, not Stone Skin. We have Bolster set, so it's a good test. She doesn't ignore shield or anything like that. So let's go in here. Let's work on her here. And then let's come in with these. We do the crit rate buff slash statter. And then we'll come in with this ability. Yeah, I mean, honestly, 61k to like 90k is not the most impressive numbers. I've seen much better numbers from Nukas, even without a blessing. I've seen better numbers. It's kind of an interesting one, even because like she's getting the extra ignore defense from the buff. So, and this is a really like low ranked team. So this team was like a proper go second team. Then I really don't see the utility in her, unfortunately. Let's have a look at the stats then. So we are missing oil. That is a big factor in this. Obviously, we should be in Stone Skin as well. So 4-piece ignore defense. Stone Skin should be the way that we build most Nukas for Arena. And we want to be averaging like what 250 speed. So we're mainly looking at the second form today. So the attack is coming in at 6,400, speed at 220, critical rate coming in at 285, and then critical damage coming in at 295. They're pretty standard stats for the average in-game account. There is a couple of accounts where this is a little underwhelming. But again, you're missing a blessing at level 2, you're missing a blessing at level 4, and then this is why I always talk about in my live arena videos. Blessings are so important right now overall with these champions. We have got Cat Gaze relic on her as well, so we've got extra ignore defense across the board, and then these are the masteries I actually went with as well. Not too sure if I've done anything wrong with her. I don't feel like I have, but yeah, I'm not too impressed with this champion overall. So it's going to be a quick video. I guess we'll test her in P versus P. If I find that she's good in P versus P, I'll make another video. If I don't find that she's not good in P versus E for that A1, I won't waste my time in making a second video on her. I think she's a little bit underwhelming compared to most mythical champions out there, and I think she's really underwhelming compared to Empress, who is a free champion, Force Affinity. Obviously, it's not a good thing to compare to because one's attack and one's HP base, but you would expect her to hit harder than Empress. Personally, I would anyway because of the shatter buff and stuff like that, really. So it's kind of one of them ones, really. And she's also stripping all buffs as well. So she has high attack, is non-resistible, and she gets extra turn, and she has a critical rate buff. So for them type of abilities, when champions like self buff, I'm expecting the stuff to be more impressive overall. So it's one of them ones. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And yeah, like you know, if we kind of did it wrong, just let me know in the comments as well. And maybe there's something I missed. I'm dyslexic after all, so it kind of might be one of them ones, but I really don't feel like she's amazing champion, if I'm being honest. So it's one of them ones. Alright guys, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.